Hey guys, Hakeem here with some more Boros auras. Let's take a look at our opening hand. A good mana base here. A couple of early spells, and the only two creatures we got are Banisher Priest, so I'm not going to keep this. Go down to, or take a free mulligan, I'm sorry. Still 3 mana. We've got True Fire Paladin we can cast on turn 2, and some enchantments to put on him along with a removal spell, so I'm going to keep this. And pass it over to Code Blue 69, the Spell Slinger, playing a 60 card deck himself. So I mean, I'm here this morning, Saturday morning, and I uploaded the content that I was supposed to upload this morning. I just put it up last night because I just kind of said to hell with it. So I woke up this morning, felt kind of bad that I didn't have anything to put up. So here I am in my in my pajamas on a Saturday morning, just gonna play a quick game here and see if I can't extend my winning streak with the deck. My opponent he's playing mono red Elixir of Immortality. So Elixir is a life gain spell that reshuffles his deck. So doesn't really fit in with the whole mono red strategy, so perhaps he's missing a color or something. Alright, we picked up another Banisher Priest. So I'm just going to get the True Fire Paladin into play, and I hope he doesn't shock it because we don't have another threat in our hands right now. So I'd really like this to survive. And frankly, I'd like him to tap out so I can safely attach this Nimbus Wings here and get him up to 4 toughness. But we'll see what he's up to. If he does tap out for a Rabble Master, that's probably not the greatest thing in the world. Now he's just going to shock right now. Which, I mean, I'm fine with the 1-for-1. He could have held on there and probably tried to get a bit more value, but anyways, we'll see how it goes. So what I'm going to do, if I'm playing against a deck like this that's not putting any pressure on the board, I'm just going to jam a Banisher Priest, especially since I had the second one in my hand, and just put a 2/2 on the board, and if he doesn't do anything, I can still have a 3/4 flyer with this, and then start putting the ordeal on it to build it up, because mono red is going to have a tough time removing it, once I get a Nimbus Wings on it to get it to 4 toughness. Alright, so he's tapped out for a Rock Slide Elemental. That's a 3 mana 1/1 with first strike. And every time something dies, he can put a +1/+1 counter on it. So it does. This changes things. I was thinking about actually putting both of these auras on the Banisher Priest, because it would turn him into a 3/4 flyer, and then when I swing, he'd become a 4/5, and he'd be way out of reach of all the red removal. But if he's playing Rock Slide, he's probably got Act of Treason, that sort of thing. So perhaps I'm going to let his Rock Slide get a few counters before I start to deal with it, because Banisher Priest is a great way to just reset all those +1/+1 counters, so even when he gets it back, it goes back to a 1/1. So I think what I'm going to do here, is I'm going to save the wings for the Caracal, and I'm going to, because the wings will take him up to 3 toughness. If I put the ordeal on the cat, it takes 2 turns of attacking to get him out of shock range. So I'm gonna save the wings for the cat, and I'm gonna ordeal right here since he's tapped out, and attack with a 3/3, and start the process of gaining 10 life when we get 3 counters on the Banisher Priest. So all right, so now we got a 3/3 coming at him, and he doesn't block. He's playing mono red. If he's playing the whole Act of Treason thing, I don't see any sacrifice outlets here right now. He could have Fling, I suppose. He could be missing black mana, because a lot of these decks do play the Blood Flow Connoisseur. So we'll see if he's if he's on the mono red plan, or if he finally puts down the swamp and shows us that he's on the Rakdos. Yeah, here's the Act of Treason, but like I said, he doesn't have a sacrifice outlet on the board. So he's going to put a counter on my Banisher Priest for me. So I'm going to get 10 life next turn. So there, he's hitting me for 5. I'm not going to block here. I don't know if you could hear that stomping there. My kids are up running around on Saturday morning. We're all in our pajamas here now. Just ran down here for a quick 10 or 15 minutes while they stomp around and annoy their mother. All right, so he's tapped out. I got my dude back. Mentor of the Meek. I'm not going to play him out just yet. He's tapped out again, so I'm going to put a wings on the Caracal and get it out of shock range, like I said, and swing for 7, because the Banisher Priest goes up to a 5/5 now, pops the ordeal into the graveyard, and I gain 10 life, so I'm up to 25, and I'm hitting him down to 10, and I'm going to gain 2 more, actually go to 27. So I mean, it's looking pretty good against mono red Act of Treason without sacrifice outlets. I mean, like I said, it's Saturday morning. I'm not gonna go combing for a good game. I just got a few minutes here to sneak in a match, and I don't know if I should have put that mentor down there, probably faced with the potential anger of the gods, but whatever. I just woke up, so leave me alone. Alright, so he's got 4 mountains. He can gain 5 life. I mean, I have no idea what he could be doing there. I mean, he could have the Portent of Betrayal, I suppose. But again, if he taps out for a steal spell, then he can't sacrifice anything. So he's just gone and cracked his elixir for 5 life, and he's just sticking back with his 1/1 there. So I picked up another land, which is not the greatest, but you know, I'm just gonna come in here. I'm not gonna attack with the Mentor and risk a coordinated assault or anything like that. I'm just gonna bring in the big guns here and the flying life leaking cat. I love this cat, guys. I mean, what is wrong with the cat? You know, for all you cat haters, what's wrong with this guy? You know, just you've seen. You know, this is the 4th game I've played. Even though this video is going to be called Game 3, I stuck 2 games in the Game 2. I mean, I've had great success with this cat, man. Look at my life total. You know, he's responsible for a lot of that. He looks real sexy with the Nimbus wings on him, swinging in 2/3 flying. So he just jump blocked with his Rock Slide Elemental. I'm kind of surprised he did that. So you know, that's probably is that anger of the gods? Is that him telling me that he's just going to wipe my board? I still got a 5/5, which is out of range, but you know, he can still 3 for 1 me because I'd lose the aura. Alright, he's going to drop a Killing Fiend. Those things are pretty explosive, but I'm on 29 life and he doesn't seem like he's doing a whole lot. So I think I'm going to just cast a Banisher Priest and draw a card and swing for 9. So let's get that Killing Fiend out of the way. Let's draw a card off Mentor. Make sure to use the red mana here so I can cast Paladin or whatever if I want to. So I'm not going to cast Paladin this turn actually, but you know, I could have. So let's just swing with the team, come in for 9. And it gets through. No spells from our buddy Code Blue over there. So we'll just pass. I mean, I don't need to play a land and go to 7. There's no reason to in this deck. 6 is enough. And he's on 5 mana now. So I don't know. Stormbreath Dragon's not going to save him. I mean, it's 31-4 here. And all we've seen so far from our opponent is we've seen more than that. We did see Mono Red Elixir of Immortality, which always surprises me when people just jam that into each and every deck. It's a card you want at most 1 of in a very late game type control deck. So here we are. He's tapped out for a Wrecking Ogre, so we just swing with the team and don't care how he blocks because he's dead. So there you go. Just hit the X button to get in there with everything. Sure, he's gonna block. I don't know. What'll he block? Let's Banisher Priest? No, he's gonna block the 5/5. Okay, but then he just takes a pounding off the other 3 dudes to get through, and first strike damage, boom, and there we go. He's watching the damage effects. So yeah, and I'm watching the screen that says, "Hey, good game, Hakeem 928 wins." All right, so like I said, I mean the content that I was supposed to put up today came up last night. This is just me getting down on a Saturday morning for a quick upload. So. Yeah, I'm sorry my opponent there didn't really do anything, but I guess the lesson you can learn is don't stick Elixir in your mono red decks, and yeah, I guess that's it. Alright, thanks for watching, and we'll see you for some more games tomorrow.